Hey guys, welcome back to Inner Peace Tarot. We're just going to pick up with the new all signs segment. I wanted to look into sort of where your energy is going and where your higher self would prefer that you put it. All right, so we'll just go in order. So we'll start with Aries. So Aries, I see you putting energy into something that does not fulfill you. You really don't want to be doing it. It's not something that motivates you or inspires you. But I see you... Okay, yeah, so maybe you're working on putting an end to whatever that is. I feel like this is alluding to some kind of work. And if that is the case, you're being guided to lean into something that makes you feel creative. It doesn't necessarily need to be a creative field, but it puts you in this Queen of Cups energy. And with these two birds in this basket, I'm kind of getting that maybe there's a collaboration or a specific person that you either want to work with, or I want to say who is going to offer you some kind of really fulfilling endeavor. If this is something that is already in the works, it may be a little bit unorganized with the sort of distraction that you're dealing with right now. I feel like you might be in a place where you're weighing out if the security of whatever this unfulfilling thing is that you're invested in, or wanting to put an end to, it's it gives you some kind of stability that this new venture you can't really guarantee with this boat on the water. It may come with a less predictable income, or I'm hearing you don't know how long it's gonna last. And it doesn't have to be work, but just take it as it applies. But yeah, so if you're not putting an end to this thing that you're doing that you don't really want to be doing, and you don't want to do it, you're kind of being guided to do that, and instead focus on something here that, again, does inspire you, does put you in sort of a creative, receptive space with this Queen of Cups. And if you are putting an end to this, I think like you're doing it from a very aligned space. And you can kind of refine that by, again, focusing on this new venture. Right, so that is what I have for Aries. All right, we'll get into Taurus. All right, where is Taurus putting their energy right now? So definitely trying to heal some kind of regardless of whether or not this is something that happened to you, there's a fear here around, it's just coming through as like dealing with cheaters, or people who are flighty, so come across like they do want to create something with you or build something with you. I'm hearing they're convincing, but again, are flighty, are not actually in it like that. So whether this happened to you or not in the past, there may be some trauma around it, that concept, that idea that that's something that people do, that is creating a lot of fear. And I see you being in a space of like focusing your energy on healing that with the Star card. So that's seems pretty productive. I see you kind of investing in a space that you feel like you can like safely talk about this. It could be therapy or just like someone that you trust. There's like a little dog in the Star card. I feel like that could be alluding to a space that feels loyal. And you're approaching it from a space that's very open-minded, I want to say. Very balanced, wanting to hear the other side. I'm seeing these other dogs too. That was giving me like this safe space energy. And there's like a dark dog, and then there's like the light. And I feel like that could even be talking about someone who has been on the other side of this fear that you have. And it's like you can hear them out. You can hear their perspective of your experience, or again, this fear of, say, just like being cheated on or being abandoned. hearing deep discussions. All right, so that's where your energy, Taurus, is going right now, actively. We'll look into like where your higher self sort of wants you to put it. So I think it's good that you do have this like safe space. But because we're looking at a fear, it's going to be a very introspective and like personal healing process. So take this safe space as like research. It is a fraction of what is going to heal you. It's not the thing that is going to heal you. And I think that your higher self wants you to focus on, okay, I'm hearing it like this, how you are attracting experiences like this, or how you could be with controlling behaviors that are motivated by that fear. So your higher self really wants you to take accountability for how this fear is causing you to react and approach certain connections. So almost like taking accountability for just lost the word. Shadow behaviors, and just being accountable for like coping mechanisms that aren't actually serving you. Yeah, this is going to be like an internal healing process. There's a focus here on external influences and why are other people like this? I think that in shadow work in particular, we come to a point where we have to be like, okay, I am attracting this somehow. There's something that I am doing that is drawing in experiences like this. And that's what you're being guided to focus on instead of this safe space. Or like, not instead of, but less so. So I hope that made sense. We'll go ahead and do Gemini. There's Gemini's energy going right now. Nice. Oh. So we've got the Ace of Cups with the Three of Pentacles in reversed. So the Ace of Cups is a very ideal card to be in an area of focus. It talks about emotional fulfillment, kind of having everything that you could ever want or need. And sort of the peace that comes with that. But paired with the Three of Pentacles reversed, it's like you're working against that energy a little bit. Let's look into how you might be doing that. Kind of getting that like you like can't believe that this energy, this Ace of Cups energy could really be coming through for you. It's like you don't want to like let your guard down to it because you have your doubts that it's actually like a feasible thing for you. Like you're disillusioned. Specifically, like your receptive mode is disillusioned. So your feminine energy, well, you might be really in tune with that with this Queen of Cups upright. I mean, it came out with the Ace of Wands reversed and the Ten of Cups reversed. So that's it's very like, I don't know if I want to risk it. I'll just admire it from afar. I'm hearing, let me keep looking. You know, maybe you've been like in a position in the past where you were really receptive to something and it wasn't what you thought it was. So yeah, you're actually putting a lot of energy into like rejecting this really nice thing that's coming through for you. So without having to pull cards, like could imagine that your higher self wants you to be more open to this, but we will look into how. I'm hearing contemplate the illusions. And for whatever reason, the concept of like limerence is coming through. If you're not familiar with that, it's kind of like the Delulu girl concept, which is actually you're being guided to like work with that by sort of looking at the meaning that you are attaching to whatever this thing is. You know, write down your facts and then sort of identify the story you're attaching to those facts. The things that you have seen can confirm about this thing that's coming through for you. This wish fulfillment or whatever it is. This peace. And I feel like in doing that, it'll just sort of help you to separate whatever this new thing is that's coming through. from a past experience that created this disillusionment. Therefore, like allowing you to be fully receptive to it and not work against it. Yeah, it's like you don't want to be like too optimistic about whatever this is. I think that like in getting specific or having a clear understanding of like the ways in which you are being overly optimistic, you'll have a better understanding of where your optimism is a little bit more justified. Right, and that's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, we've got the Justice card at the bottom of the deck.